producer, rapper, fashion designer, not a gay fish, presidential candidate, and genius. At least that's what he likes to say. To watch Kanye West create a song or create anything, like a shoe or a car, it's a beautiful thing. This man is able to make unearthly sounds that are able to shake the fabric of time, sounding classic and futuristic at the same time, and it's like totally in the now. Now that's what I call music, indeed. Accompanied by visuals that can be described as eye-popping, mind-bending, soul-shattering, heart-breaking, thought-provoking, and just, f***ing crazy. His amazing music always featured lyrics that consisted of energetic, playful poetry. Words are his playthings and his weapons, which he can use for good or evil. And yeah, now these words, especially when said on social media and in interviews, well, these words, they're not exactly being talked about because of their musicality, but more for their controversy. Yeah, the dude is saying stuff that leaves Alex Jones speechless. Sometimes I like to imagine what Kanye would be like if he never made it big in the rap game, or if he never liked music or art or anything. If he was just some quote-unquote normal dude, would he still have this controversial personality? Basically, what I'm wondering is, did fame change Kanye, or did fame bring out the real Kanye? I don't know. There's only one question to ask, and that question is, what the f*** happened to Kanye West? But to truly understand what the f*** happened to Kanye West, we must begin at the beginning, and the beginning began when he was born on his birthday, 1977, Atlanta. Kanye would develop a love of poetry and music at a fairly early age, and of course he would drop out of college to pursue it. Foreshadowing, I believe, is the word they use here. This young man was so confident and predicted his legendary Grammy-winning success from the beginning. Yeah, from the start, he considered himself a genius and refused to be anything but the best. Because, like Kanye said in one of his songs that I remember, he's from the bottom, so the top's the only place to go now.
From the bottom, so the top's the only place to go now.
Kanye West started producing for many unknown aspiring artists, trying to make a name for themselves just like Kanye. And Kanye would make a name for himself. Everybody on the streets of Chicago were like, have you heard this young guy named Kanye's beats? And these words on the streets, well, they were so powerful that they led to him meeting rapper Jay-Z, which Kanye soon produced his incredible The Blueprint album. But Kanye did not want to be just a producer. He wanted to get on the mic and spit some too, and soon earned respect as an MC as well. Then came a fateful car crash that almost killed Kanye. But of course he survived, but was greatly injured. This inspired his first hit, Through the Wire, which he recorded with his jaw wired shut because of his injuries. This was on his debut album, The College Dropout, in 2004. Kanye West claims that car accident was eye-opening to him on how precious life is, and how everything can be taken away in an instant. Or in a tweet, but he'll learn that later. The album was supported by some brilliant songs, like All Falls Down and Jesus Walks. College Dropout won the Best Rap Album Grammy and was nominated for Album of the Year. He would take home Best Rap Album again with the next year's Late Registration. This one had an innovative use of orchestral sounds and would bring us that chart-topping tune Gold Digger. Kanye West was an untouchable musical emperor, king of the frickin' world. Well, at least the industry. He was, for lack of a better word, like a god. And unfortunately, Kanye believed in this God, the God that he was, leading to his ego to grow to godly proportions. And many people believe that this caused him to throw his first onstage tantrum after Touch the Sky lost big at the MTV Europe Music Awards.
It's nothing against you. I've never seen your video. It's nothing against you. But hell no, man. I love y'all.
Well, no MTV Europe Music Awards would be the same without a controversial moment, so thank you, Kanye West.
Then Kanye West made comedian Mike Myers feel really awkward on live television when appearing on a Hurricane Katrina money-raising telethon, when Kanye West, without warning, spouted out that he thinks that George W. Bush, president at the time, did not care about black people. I just love Mike Myers' face right here. Just look at him. He's like, I don't know what to do. Sorry, it's just like the funniest thing Mike Myers has done in a long time. And yeah, this incident right here was the first time that many people saw the unfiltered, uncensored Kanye.
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
The year 2007 saw the album Graduation, which got him yet another Best Rap Album Grammy. This achievement was almost unmatched in Grammy history, and Kanye wasn't done yet. While Graduation is a very strong album, it wasn't exactly terribly innovative, unlike his next album, 808s and Heartbreak, which had an interesting experimental electro-pop sound featuring some drum machines and auto-tune, but like good auto-tune. The next year, Kanye West erupted at the MTV Video Music Awards by running on stage and interrupting Taylor Swift's acceptance speech because he thought Beyoncé should have won. The outburst forced him to be removed from the venue and has been cited as an indication of his mental health issues. I believe even President Obama called him a jackass.
He's a jackass.
Then, it was around this time that his beloved mother unexpectedly passed away. Obviously, this broke Kanye's heart, which some say caused his mental health to spiral downward. So it was around this time that everyone could tell Kanye was different. He had almost become a joke, until he did become a joke on South Park. Yeah, South Park let him and his ego have it with that gay fish joke, which kind of was the perfect way to sum up exactly how the world was feeling about Kanye at this time. And funny enough, I think that Kanye still doesn't get the joke about him not getting the joke, which makes it even funnier. And since he was dealing with a lot of issues, his mental health, the media, the pressure, he took a brief break, but came back with a vengeance and released My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010. Many people praise this album as pure Kanye, the Kanye that they like. The lyrics, the style, everything about this album, it just works so well. This is an artist trying to say something, or at least trying to make you bob your head. And for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye West nabbed his 4th Grammy for Best Rap Album. A year after that, he launched Donda, named after his late mother. This was a company, an organization, a church, a school kind of thing, a production studio that specialized in creative content. He also did a pretty damn cool collaboration album with Jay-Z called Watch the Throne, because Kanye and Jay-Z, well, you know, they were the kings of hip-hop, and you gotta watch the throne, or they were watching the throne. A throne was involved, and they were on it, or watching it. I don't really know, but all I know is that it had some really awesome tunes, like Otis, and that song where it's about Paris.
No one knows what it means
headlines, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
In 2013, Kanye West released the electric-heavy Yeezus, and he also launched a shoe line with Adidas, one of many shoe lines he would launch throughout his career. And this spun into a full-on collaboration with Adidas. Kanye West had become a legit shoemaker, a cobbler, I guess. But this collaboration would come crashing down. But we'll get to that later. And interestingly enough, in 2013, that same year he joined forces with Adidas, that was the same year we got the first documented instance of Kanye West saying very controversial things about the Jewish peoples and money and how it's controlled and who controls it and you know, that stuff. Antisemitic. But that didn't actually seem to make many headlines, and nobody really seemed to care. And Kim Kardashian, well, she sure didn't seem to care, I guess, because she would marry Kanye West in May of 2014. A couple that made us all go, what? Him? Her? You guys really? Both of you? Together? Oh, okay. And of course, this gave the tabloids 8 blissful years of mind-numbing material. Every frickin' magazine, every frickin' time you turn on the TV or the computer or whatever thing you use, both of them, they were there, and it was like, stop it. Kanye West would then focus more on becoming a fashion designer, while he was working on his next album, The Life of Pablo, in 2016. Many say that The Life of Pablo is his worst album up until that point. It almost seemed like Kanye had run out of things to rap about, other than himself. Kanye West.
What if Kanye made a song about Kanye? Call him Mr. Old Kanye. Man, that'd be so Kanye.
Plus, he had his tour postponed. He was even hospitalized after experiencing psychosis. They had to call 911 on Kanye. His next 2 albums, Ye and Jesus is King, didn't even clock in at an hour combined. Ye was his first album to not get a Best Rap Album nomination. But Ye and Jesus is King, they do have some interesting tunes on there. And it was during this time that Kanye called his bipolar disorder a quote-unquote superpower, and it was around this time that he called slavery a quote-unquote choice, which he would later try to apologize for and explain exactly what he meant by that, but it didn't go well.
For 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all?
Then Kanye West started doing some very interesting spiritual, faith-based performances called Sunday Service, which beautifully blended gospel with hip-hop. And of course, this was more church than a concert, but they were still bumping some pretty awesome tunes. And when asked if Kanye was now a Christian rapper, Kanye would respond, "I'm Christian everything." There you go. Amen, hallelujah, I guess. And then he decided to run for president of the United States of America. That's right, let me say that again. Kanye West ran for president of the United States of America. Not as a Democrat, not as a Republican, although he has openly supported both Obama and Donald Trump, because apparently that's what that red hat means. No, he ran under the birthday party, running on Bible-inspired platforms. And yeah, hey, this is America. Just about anybody can run for the most powerful position in the world, so why not? And you know what? Things in the world of politics, they were getting kind of confusing and wild and crazy at that time that a lot of us really did kind of consider voting for Kanye because we almost didn't have any other choice. And despite endorsements from Pamela Anderson and Dennis Rodman, Kanye West did not win the presidency. And because it's tough to keep Kanye West down and he never gives up, he has announced that he is running for president again in 2024. Are you gonna vote for Kanye West in 2024? Probably not, but comment your comment in the comments. It almost seemed like every day there was some sort of emotional outburst from Mr. West. It got so bad that his then wife, Kim Kardashian, urged some decency from the fans, begging everyone for privacy. And she confirmed that Kanye was bipolar, which Kanye would later deny, saying that he's more autistic, like Rain Man. 2021 and 2022 saw a double shot of albums, Donda and Donda 2. The former put him back at the Grammys, but that should about do it there. I don't think Kanye West is going to be nominated for any Grammys anytime soon, for many reasons, one of which is that he posted a video of himself urinating on one of his awards. But I have to admit, he did do some hypnotizingly beautiful live performances that were more art exhibitions than anything else. And then he started buying thousands of acres of land in Wyoming to build his mega epic Donda art education empire place. Oh yeah, and then there's everything that happened to Kanye West in the year 2022. Let's quickly take a journey through the year of Ye, shall we? 2022 is when Kanye West really let it all hang out. He doubled down on blasting Jewish people for allegedly controlling the music industry, going as far to say that he is being targeted by members of the Jewish mafia. He caused quite a stir when he criticized the Black Lives Matter organization, calling it a scam. In October, he donned a shirt that said White Lives Matter, which caused quite a bit of racial political controversy. He also had his Instagram and Twitter accounts locked for anti-Semitic remarks, saying that he would go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. He means DEFCON. Kanye West then spoke very bluntly about the alleged racist origins of Planned Parenthood founders. And in November, after announcing his 2024 presidential bid, he hired fellow controversial figures Nick Fuentes and Milo Yiannopoulos to help him with his campaign. That's an interesting bunch. And in December of 2022, Kanye West appeared on InfoWars wearing a very strange mask, and he was holding a net and Yahoo to make a statement about Netanyahu. Get it? Net and Yahoo? He's a wordsmith. God. But yeah, this interview with Alex Jones on InfoWars was kind of gonna be seen as a way for Kanye to explain himself on what he meant by going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. But then, just like Kanye always does, he f***ing doubled down and told Alex Jones that there were, quote, good things about Hitler. Adolf Hitler, if you guys are wondering which Hitler I'm talking about. And he continued to push the idea that Jews, quote-unquote, control America, and that we should, quote-unquote, forgive Hitler. I think he just straight up said, I like Hitler, and those are like the three words you shouldn't say. No, what the fuck? And yeah, that about did it for Kanye, especially his endorsements. By this point, Adidas, Vogue, Gap, Balenciaga, and many more all dropped Kanye at various times, causing him to lose over $1 billion in his fortune. So with a B, billion. Yikes. Oh, also in the year 2022, there was a very interesting Netflix documentary series about Kanye West called Genius, spelled in a very Kanye Westy way. And this documentary covers everything before all of that stuff he did in 2022. So it's a very interesting film if you want to see a very up-close and personal journey through the life and career of Kanye. This film was made by a personal friend of Mr. West and took 30 years to make. And yeah, this film is very interesting because it captures exactly the moment where Kanye was like on the edge of being unforgivable. It's a good film, it has some hope, but sometimes we need more than just hope. So yeah, after all that I like Hitler kind of stuff, Kanye West literally went missing for weeks. Nobody could find him. And then he reemerged married to a mystery woman. Congratulations? Kanye, if you're watching this, which I know you are, I know that you are big on your faith, and forgiveness is a big part of your Christian beliefs. So I understand that forgiveness is important to you. But maybe, just maybe, when it comes to genocidal dictators like Adolf Hitler, we leave the forgiveness to God. But I guess the real question is, will we ever forgive you? And nowadays, especially in Hollywood and the entertainment industry, anything is possible. But forgiveness has to be earned. Action must be taken. And I know that Ye has the power to earn and achieve anything he puts his mind to. And if he takes that passion and that drive that he has and uses it to rebuild his image and understand the pain and the confusion that he has caused so many people, like everybody, then and only then could there be a path to a new Kanye West. But he has to take the first steps. He has to take serious action to right his wrongs.
You ain't got the answers, man. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
I believe that people can change. Anyone can change. And I believe that mental illness is one hell of a thing that's almost impossible to fully understand, and to try to understand it just confuses us more. And that's what it's like to try to understand Mr. West. Just when you think he's making a point, he comes out of nowhere with a contradiction or just nonsense sometimes. He says so much that it's impossible to find any meaning to it all. I hope and I pray that anybody who has been misguided to hate or is suffering inside like Kanye probably is, well, I hope and I pray that they can change and that they can learn and that they can listen. And we have spent so many years learning from and listening to the amazing tunes of Kanye West. And well, maybe, just maybe, it's time for him to learn and listen. But seriously, Kanye, what the f***?